In today's episode, the mother of all tube strikes takes hold in London, the whole of the UK prepares for World War III, and of course we play another round of Guess the Fare. Hey, good morning you crazy gorgeous cats. It's Sunday the 7th of September and summer is hanging on by its fingernails and you're coming out with me to do a shift on Tariff 2. And we have a winner for Guess the Fare in the last episode. The ride went from the Peninsula Hotel to Terminals 2 and 3. Well done at Harrison 1986A. You are spot on with £96 exactly. Got a tyre inflation warning, I think, on the front left, so got to deal with that first this morning. Time to get the Gree Pro out. This thing is a lifesaver. It's a multi-purpose jump starter and tyre inflator. Comes with an embedded LED light, easily attachable jump leads, integrated charging cables, and a very powerful pump that will deal with any flat tyre. This thing can be a real lifesaver, especially in a vehicle like this where it's a nightmare to change the wheel. Anyway, I'll leave a product link in the description below. Let's get going on Tariff 2. A tube strike was starting tomorrow on Monday for 4 days. However, today the network started closing down in the afternoon on a Sunday. And well, I'll show you how things unfolded as this shift progresses. First job, Shepherd's Bush. Thank you very much.
Annual Parks Police Dog Show. That's
Kensington Memorial Park.
Kensington Memorial Park. I'll get you there, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
For this little job around the corner, I will leave on the left Shepherd's Bush Green, head forward onto the Holland Park roundabout. Comply Holland Park roundabout, leave by Holland Park Avenue, left Royal Crescent, left St Anne's Road. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Your support for the channel is very much appreciated and it's totally free. Carry on heading north here, St Helens Gardens, Bramley Road, and they just cross over at the junction and then the Memorial Gardens are in front. Set down on left.
Thank you. Enjoy the dogs.
I shall. I'll try my best.
Take care, bye. Here we go, job number 1. We're off to a dog show at the Kensington Memorial Park.
I about turned and headed towards Holland Park Avenue, but I didn't get there because my first ride-hailing app of the day came in.
Right, jump job in. Looks like it's going to St Pancras Station from Clarendon Road. Hi, we go to St Pancras?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Jump in.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start this job with a U-turn, then go left Elgin Crescent. We're heading towards Portobello Road here. I'm going to cross over Labbot Grove, go forward Elgin Crescent, then forward Colville Terrace, and do a right turn on Colville Road. Left past public toilets on the right, and then we are on Westbourne Grove on this gorgeous morning. Heading east towards the Bishopsbridge Road, but first we're going to have to pass Porchester Road on the left and head towards Westbourne Terrace. Actually, it's Gloucester Terrace first, then Westbourne Terrace on the right. And then we'll jump up onto the bridge itself. The bridge will then take us down onto the world famous Harrow Road roundabout. No going to Maida Vale. We're going to do a right turn there. And that's going to get us onto the Harrow Road. And not using the flyover here, we'll just jump onto the Marylebone Road and do the best we can to stay in that bus lane. Because that bus lane is going to keep us moving today. And we need to keep moving today because later on during this shift, the London Underground strike will take place. And things will start slowing up around London and cabs will become a rarity. From the Marylebone Road, we have now morphed into the Euston Road. Did I use the underpass? No, I didn't. I stayed on the left lane. And that left lane, of course, keeps me in the bus lane when I cross over the junction at Tottenham Court Road, just there on the right. I am indeed in the bus lane, making very good progress now heading east towards the Pentonville Road, but we won't be going up that. We'll be turning left into Pancras Road. There's always a bit of traffic getting into these two huge stations, King's Cross and St Pancras. No Eurostar for these customers. They're using the mainline station, St Pancras. I set down on the left.
Thanks again.
Thanks again. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, job number 2. That was a nice job, a jump job, Clarendon Road to St Pancras Station.
Okay, no brainer here. I can either rank up at St Pancras, the Eurostar, or the King's Cross rank. King's Cross didn't look backed up, so straight up and then do a U-turn, and I will join the rank at the back for job number 3. Look at that turning circle. No need for a 3-point turn here, folks. Taxi rank was behaving well today, kept moving, and within 10 minutes, actually about 12 minutes, I was on point.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi.
Do you take a cash?
Yes, I do, yes.
Okay, will you bring 5 of us to as close as to Buckingham Palace?
No problem at all.
Right, let's go to the King's house, shall we? House, I said. Up we go, Pancras Road, right turn onto the Euston Road. Traffic's very light at the moment, as you can see, jumping in and out of that bus lane. But when I don't need to use it, I don't use it. I just stay on the lane that's moving the quickest, jump under the Euston underpass. Not too sure where I turned off here, probably Great Portland Street. Yep, left onto Great Portland Street, well remembered mark. Heading south now towards Oxford Street, so I'm going to need a right turn to cross Regent Street. Few options to get to the Palace from here, but I'm using Vere Street and New Bond, and that's what I did. Right Margaret Street, forward Cavendish Square, and then forward and left onto Vere Street. Get to the lights on Vere Street, wait at the Oxford Street junction, then head south on New Bond. Clarges Street is going to be my key to get out onto Piccadilly, so head south all the time. Going to do a right turn onto Bruton Street. The beautiful Berkeley Square is in front. I can apply Berkeley Square, leave by Lansdowne Place, left Clarges Street. Left and right turns here, but I'm going to use the right turn. Going to be dropping off on Hyde Park Corner just before the barrier. That seems to be the best place to get the customers down because Constitution Hill is shut.
Have a great day. Thank you. Bye. Shop number 3, King's Cross Station to Buckingham Palace.
After dropping off that wonderful family for Buckingham Palace and the changing of the guard, I was on Hyde Park Corner, and that can mean only one thing. I'm off to the Peninsula Hotel just around the corner. But, shock horror, there is an imposter on the taxi rank.
You don't look like a taxi. It says Range Rover on the back, not LEVC, sir. Right, got one coming out of the hotel. Hi.
Hi, 4244 George Street, please.
Okay.
Yep, I think this one's going to the hairdressers again on George Street. Go there a lot. Comply Hyde Park Corner after the U-turn on Grosvenor Crescent. Left Park Lane, whizzing north all the time now. Can't believe there's no traffic at the moment. Well, it won't be like that later when the strike starts on the London Underground. Quick right turn onto Brookgate here, forward Brook Street. Forward Grosvenor Square it will be, then left Duke Street past Selfridges on the left as we cross over Oxford Street, then forward Duke Street, comply Manchester Square once we're there, leave by Manchester Street, left George Street, set down on right.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
No, you're right. Everything.
Job number 4, Peninsula Hotel to George Street.
From George Street, took a left turn onto Baker Street and headed south past Selfridges, then North Audley Street, all the way around the wonderful Grosvenor Square, which they are refurbishing a new garden by the looks of it. And, well, the Biltmore was empty. I'm straight there, thank you very much.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Do you know the Chestnut Bakery in Belgravia?
Oh, yes, yeah, I know. On Elizabeth Street.
Notice no cabs there, so things are starting to hot up on the streets of London. Forward Grosvenor Square, forward Upper Grosvenor Street, left onto Park Lane, head south. All the way towards Hyde Park Corner. The Chestnut Bakery is on Elizabeth Street. Comply Hyde Park Corner. Then we'll go out on to Grosvenor Crescent here on the left past the Peninsula where I picked up my earlier job. Comply Belgrave Square, forward Upper Belgrave Street. Then right on to Eaton Square. These bakeries and coffee shops are very popular and people will travel to them. Left Elizabeth Street. I'll set down on right for the bakery.
Right, job number 5. That was Grosvenor Square to the Chestnut Bakery. I've just seen the taxi rank for the Victoria Coach Station behind me. Loads of people waiting there. So I'm going to go around the raft, then back up Eccleston Street and then onto that rank. There seem to be a lot of people with a lot of cases. So job number 6 is coming out of Victoria Coach Station.
And for this job, I've got to go forward and left onto the raft, not Buckingham Palace Road. And the reason for that is...
It's because I cannot do a left turn onto Eccleston Street. I have to use the raft, which is a bit of a pain, really. I don't think we've ranked up here before, but we are ranking up here today.
So we'll leave by left Eccleston Place, left Elizabeth Street, and then forward over Buckingham Palace Road onto Elizabeth Bridge, forward Warwick Square, forward St George's Drive, and then we'll go forward Eccleston Square. Actually, I might have got those squares back to front. Then left turn onto Lupus Street. Lupus Street takes me all the way down to Vauxhall Bridge Road, and once I do a right and a left onto Drummond Street, try and get a right turn here onto Vauxhall Bridge Road, which I managed. Over Vauxhall Bridge we go with the old MI6, well, with the MI6 on the left, not the old one. That's where James Bond used to hang out, allegedly. Left onto the Albion Embankment, right turn Black Prince Road, and then right turn onto the Hotel Approach. Just here, set down neatly on the left.
Thanks. Bye. Fantastic. Job number 6. That was Victoria Coach Station to the Riverbank Park Plaza. South of the river. We're kind of east of the river, really. And I think I'm going to head up through Battersea, because that place on a Sunday is kind of buzzing.
All around 9 Elms Lane and the Battersea Power Station complex has become a weekend go-to for tens of thousands of people. Check it out if you're around that area. Anyway, let's head towards Vauxhall Cross, all the way around onto 9 Elms Lane, past the American Embassy. Lots of roadworks here. A dual cycle lane is going in. That's going to take another year. Heading towards Battersea Power Station now, and it wasn't long before a hand shot out, and job number 7 had landed in my lap.
Hello.
Oxford.
Oxford Street?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
I know Oxford Street is a very long street, so I got confirmation and found out we were actually heading for IKEA at Oxford Circus, which is a new shop front. You can go and visit IKEA on Oxford Street. Yes, it does exist now for 9 Elms Lane, right Prince of Wales Drive. Loads of traffic here getting up to Queenstown Road. Oh yeah, and I think, quite a good job to play Guess the Fare. Nice little run to do Guess the Fare on here from 9 Elms Lane to Oxford Circus. And winners of Guess the Fare will be receiving a Mark's Taxi Diaries fine woven key tag crossing over Chelsea Bridge. Now you can also buy those key tags in my merch store. Just press the store button forward Chelsea Bridge Road right onto Every Bridge Road, and then we'll go forward Buckingham Palace Road. And whilst I've got your attention, folks, why not consider subscribing? Like I said earlier, it's absolutely free and you can get this content every fortnight. We're still on Buckingham Palace Road, it's dragging a bit here anyway. Let's do that left onto Grosvenor Gardens. After Grosvenor Gardens, it's forward and bare left Grosvenor Place. And we're going up to Hyde Park Corner. Part of London I think we've already been through 4 times already today. Comply Hyde Park Corner, leave by Park Lane. Going to do a little sneaky cut through on Deanery Street, past the Dorchester Hotel. That gives me a beautiful line through Mayfair and then through Hill Street over onto Berkeley Square. Bang, here we are again for the second time today. Comply Berkeley Square, lead by Bruton Street. Cross over the lights, Old Bond Street, New Bond Street, forward Conduit Street. Now left on to Regent Street. I'm going to have to find a place to sit down here, and so I did.
Okay, just whizzed up from Oxford Circus. That was job number 7. I'm on the Langham rank now for job number 8. And the job before was Guess the Fare, Battersea Power Station to 214 Oxford Street, where IKEA is. Well, basically Oxford Circus. Let me turn that off. How much do you think that was? Leave your answers in the comments below. The flagpole starts at 4.20, then increases by increments of 20 pence, 4.40, 4.60, 4.80, and so on. Let me know how much you thought Battersea Power Station to Oxford Circus was.
Just 10 minutes on the Langham rank, and I was whistled in.
Hi there.
Hey, can you take us to Victoria Station?
Sure, yeah, no problem. Jump in.
Yeah, I'll get you to Victoria Station, Governor, and it won't be the last Victoria Station I get today. Right onto Langham Place, heading towards Oxford Circus now. A little bit of a reversal of the route we've just done. Jump over Oxford Circus once those lights go green. Heading south now towards Piccadilly, but not going all the way. Right turn onto Conduit Street, past the Sketch Restaurant on the right. Cross over New Bond Street at the lights onto Bruton Street. Oh, hello, Berkeley Square for the 3rd time today. We are good friends. I'll leave by Lansdowne Place, left Clarges Street. Need a nice right turn onto Piccadilly now. Get that right turn onto Piccadilly after the green light. Head towards Hyde Park Corner. Yep, us cabbies use Hyde Park Corner. Well, go through Hyde Park Corner. God knows how many times during a shift. Well, there's so many spurs off it. That's what we need to do to get to where we want to go. Left Grosvenor Place, bare left lower Grosvenor Place. Stay on the right lane. Buckingham Palace is a bit sketchy at the moment. There's roadworks at Grosvenor Garden, so you have to queue up to get on to Buckingham Palace Road. So we're on to Buckingham Palace Road, and as you can see on the right, the roadworks have taken away a lane, so a bit of a pain in the bum. Set down on the left. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. Hey, there we go. Job number 8. That was Langham Hotel to Victoria Station, the Gatwick Express entrance.
And as I was still there at the Gatwick Express entrance, someone came running out, and it was 1 out and 1 in.
Oh, say again, sir?
Is it possible to go to 33 Kensington?
Of course, yeah, jump in.
Yes, I love a bit of Kensington Court. Gets me to a nice part of London where I can pick up other work from. Right on to Eccleston Street from Buckingham Palace Road. Yes, cab drivers get a right there. Forward Eaton Square, forward Belgrave Place, forward Belgrave Square. Just head north onto Wilton Crescent, then left Wilton Place past the Berkeley Hotel. I'll be getting a job out of there later, by the way. Quick left turn onto Knightsbridge past the Mandarin Oriental on the right. and then we'll bear right on to Kensington Road. Now it's basically just a straight line all the way to Kensington Court. I like being in this part of London. I work it a lot and I get lots of work around Chelsea, Kensington, and it's part of London I'm very familiar with. Forward Kensington Gore, Albert Hall on the left, then it morphs back into Kensington Road. Doing a left turn now into Kensington Court all the way around. I'll sit down on the left.
That was job number 9, and I am noticing a shortage of cabs as the London Underground slowly closes down. So going to take a break now, and this is going to be a busy afternoon. Hold on to your hats, folks. It's roller coaster tube strike day. Okay, job Gloucester Road, straight after lunch.
To Baker Street, please.
No
I will
problem.
tell you where is exactly.
This job was actually going on the corner of Baker Street and Crawford Street. So I knew where I was going. It's quite a big job, this one. Forward Gloucester Road, right Elveston Place, then left Queensgate. We'll get to the top of Queensgate. In the past, I could have got tempted to go up Kensington Church Street and then Bayswater Road, or even through the park. But the park is purgatory. Getting out the gate at the end is something that I just will not tolerate anymore. And also Kensington Church Street, where you're driving away from your target destination, and it always feels a bit weird. So I just like to head in the right direction, even if it does feel a little bit wide going around the park. So I've done a right turn, Kensington Gore, forward Kensington Road, and now I'm in Knightsbridge. At least I've got the bus lane on the left side to get me through the lights at Knightsbridge. I would say that this route is longer, of course, but I think it would still be quicker than going through the park and waiting 20 minutes to get out of Victoria Gate. Comply High Park Corner again, leave by Park Lane, and now head in a northerly direction all the way up to Marble Arch, where we will scurry around Cumberland Gate and get on to Oxford Street for a left turn. All the way around Cumberland Gate, do a right turn on to Marble Arch, then forward Oxford Street, left Great Cumberland Place. Get to the top, right turn onto George Street. That takes me to the end, can't go any further because it's blocked off. Left to Gloucester Place and then a right turn onto Crawford. I'll drop this gentleman down on the left.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. There you go. Job number 10, double figures. That was from, Gloucester Road to Baker Street and Crawford Street. It's getting busy. Well, it is busy now. It's going to be busy for the rest of the day with the situation on the tubes. Let's just keep going.
Job number 11 was waiting for me on Baker Street just around the corner. And guess where we were off to? We've got another bread and butter job, another Victoria, forward Orchard Street, forward North Audley Street, right Green Street. Nothing green about the street at all. Well, the stuff in front is green, that's Hyde Park, left Park Lane. In and out of the bus lane here, traffic still moving very well. Remember, it's a Sunday, a tube strike day on a Sunday. Things are slowly closing down. It'll be very different on a midweek day, I can tell you that. Comply Hyde Park Corner, leave by Grosvenor Place. The same routine as we did before, left lower Grosvenor Place, try and get that right turn onto Buckingham Palace Road and do the queuing, which I did. Get a green, do a right turn, and then just muscle your way through however you can and jump in front or do whatever you can just to get through that light. Get over the light, Grosvenor Gardens, and set down on the left.
Thank you. Okay. Job number 11. That was Baker Street to Victoria Station. Bread and butter job. Let's head for job number 12.
Headed west on Buckingham Palace Road and then did a right turn onto Eccleston Street. Going north now all the time up through Thomas Cubitt's Eaton Square and then Belgravia, a myriad of embassies and commissions around me. And then no taxis on the Berkeley Hotel rank. Well, it's strike day, isn't it?
Got a gentleman running down. Help me down. Let's see where he's going. Hi, sir.
Sorry, I didn't know whether you were...
It's all right, don't worry.
Elm Park Gardens, please.
Okay.
And from now on, empty taxi ranks was going to be the story of the day. Left Knightsbridge, bare left Brompton Road. Look at this, Harrods. No cabs on the rank outside Harrods. None at all. All right, I'm doing a bit of a racy thing with the Porsche in front. He just keeps putting his foot down and speeding off. It's a nice car, sir, but I'm not sure about the colour. Bare left Brompton Road here, and we'll head towards the Bibendum Building. Commonly known as Brompton Cross, this area of the Fulham Road, because it gets very angry when there's lots of traffic. Okay, forward Fulham Road, and we'll just keep going, and I'll get some directions from the customer for a left and right turn onto Elm Park Gardens. Sit down on left.
They're coming thick and fast now. Excuse me, did you notice no cabs outside Harrods? That is train strike day, epitomised in a cabless rank.
Just starting to notice around the whole of London, the lights on the taxis are all out. This means that train stations are closing down, tube stations are closing down, and people need to get around. And the cab industry is absolutely swamped this afternoon. The big ranks that are normally full at this time of day are emptying out. And we'll see that right now when I pull up to South Kensington Station. No sooner had I arrived and I was surrounded by 200 Sunday rollerbladers. Yeah, this group of rollerbladers, they get out and around town every Sunday. They're very well marshalled, to be honest, and they stop at all the red lights. And off they go, speeding around the whole of London. Pretty good exercise, I can imagine. I don't know what organisation they are. Check them out. You'll see them every Sunday around London. In the meantime, let's get on with job number 13.
I want to go to 55 Warner Gardens.
Warner Gardens is in Battersea, so right Cromwell Place, left Old Brompton Road, forward Onslow Square, forward Sydney Place, right Fulham Road, left Sydney Street. Coming up to 3 o'clock, and I'd forgotten that there is a national alert system going off on everyone's phone in the UK. And that's what happened, right Kings Road, left Oakley Street. My phone was alerting me that a severe incident was on the way. This was a rehearsal, by the way. And also, my payment system was also alerting me that a severe national incident was on the way. More about that at the end of this job. Forward Oakley Street, I'll tell you all about it. Now we're heading over Albert Bridge. Albert Bridge, we'll get over that. That will morph into the Albert Bridge Road. Get onto the other side. Albert Bridge Road takes us down towards Battersea. Battersea Park on the left. Traffic very busy now. Trains disappearing and stopping, so people have to use other forms of transport. Waiting for a left turn now onto the Prince of Wales Drive. Once I get that and get through the width restrictor, right Beechmore Road, then it'll be a left into Warner Gardens, set down and right.
That was job number 13. I'm just going to head back over Chelsea Bridge now. But during that job, 3 o'clock in the afternoon passed, and that was an important time for us this week because the government had sent us all text messages telling us that an national alert alarm would be triggered in everyone's phone at 3 o'clock, and in my phone indeed it was, but it was also triggered in the Taxi World payment system. So I had two going off there at the same time. So yep, that's the government looking after us in case of a national emergency, or if there's a nuclear bomb on the way, giving us a 3-minute warning. So guys, let me know what you would do if you only had 3 minutes to live. Let me know in the comments below.
Oh, sorry guys, I went completely Alan Partridge with that. Okay, get out Prince of Wales Drive and then comply Queenstown Road roundabout. Heading north now towards Chelsea Bridge, trying to hunt out job number 14 because there normally is some work just around the bridge, and indeed there was.
Hi.
Hi.
Jump in.
We're going to Bow Street in Covent Garden.
Well, getting to Bow Street turned out to be one of those jobs, folks, that just went wrong. For Chelsea Bridge, right Grosvenor Road. Now, I was thinking in my head, great, Grosvenor Road, get up Millbank, Parliament Square, Whitehall, maybe a bit of the Strand, cut up into Bow Street from there. Loads of little ways of getting there. However, I didn't know that Parliament Square was shut. All this traffic queuing up here, I should have figured it out, to be honest, was trying to get over Vauxhall Bridge and then probably back over Waterloo Bridge into the centre of London and that Covent Garden area. Anyway, I'm just thinking I'm going to breeze up through Parliament Square. But no, there's another protest there today. I thought they all happened yesterday. I was thinking, no, they can't be doing it 2 days in a row. However, left lane, waited for the green light here, got up towards Lambeth Bridge on the Millbank. The police were in front of me. Then I had to cut through Smith Square, Dean Bradley Street, Smith Square, Lord North Street, and thought, oh, I could get out the other side, Great Peter Street, and just carry on through Parliament Square. Well, look at this. Got out Great Peter Street, stuck. Barrier down there. So now I didn't want to go back down towards Vauxhall Bridge and queue up for the left turn and then go over another bridge to get them to where they wanted to go to. So I cut down to Horseferry Road, back through Smith Square and headed up towards Victoria Street. This was the only way I could get through. Remember, I'm going to Bow Street, which is basically where the Opera House is in Covent Garden, and I'm now on Victoria Street on the diversion of my life. Well, I asked the passengers in the back if they wanted to get out at that junction of Great Peter Street and Parliament Square. They said no, they'd be happy to sit in and do the diversion. And this is a diversion and a half. I'm heading up towards Hyde Park Corner now from Lower Grosvenor Place, well, Grosvenor Gardens and Grosvenor Place. Now I'm on Piccadilly. And all the time the meter is clocking up a price that is way above what it should be for a job from Queenstown Road to Bow Street. Anyway, I'm just keeping going here. As you can see, loads of traffic, tubes are shutting down or shut down, and I'm trying to get through Piccadilly Circus. And if you're wondering why I didn't go through the park, well, there was no access into the park because at the top of Great Smith Street, the barrier was down there, and I needed to go into Parliament Square to get up on Horse Guards Road and then out through Albert Arch. So here we are, folks, stuck on Piccadilly on a tube strike day. And the meter is just ticking and ticking and ticking. And I'm thinking, my God, I'm so sorry, folks. This is just a ridiculous diversion for where you want to go. Comply Piccadilly Circus, up Shaftesbury Avenue. Then I saw some signs at the top of Shaftesbury Avenue, Charing Cross Road. It was obviously closed here before, just opened, I think. So right turn onto Charing Cross Road, a godsend. Left onto West Street, past the Mousetrap Theatre. Take a right turn onto Upper St Martin's Lane. Then it will be a left turn onto Longacre. We are nearly there. I just can't wait for this job to finish. Right, Bow Street. I'll set down on the left and I'll give them a tenner off.
Thank you. Well, that was a complete nightmare. Job 14. I just got totally caught out with the road closures.
Wow, I'm going to need some therapy after that job. That was a real crusher. It did not turn out how I wanted it or how the passengers wanted it to turn out. Anyway, let's do one for the road, shall we, folks? Head back down onto the Strand, do a right turn and head west, and then towards Charing Cross Station. Let's have a look in there. Well, of course, there are no cabs in there because the strike has come into force. So I'm jumping straight on the rank there for the final job of the day.
You're right.
Ronnie Scott's place.
Ronnie Scott's, yeah, sure.
Yep, we're off to Ronnie Scott's, the world-famous jazz club. Nice. Left onto the Strand, forward into Trafalgar Square. Comply King Charles I roundabout if we get there. Gasworks on the right. They're digging up absolutely everywhere. Leave by Cockspur Street, forward and Barelet Palmer East. Right on to Waterloo Place. Head north now, all the way up to Piccadilly. Little job really, this one. Comply Piccadilly Circus, leave by Shaftesbury Avenue. Left onto Dean Street, all the way to the end. Right, Carlisle Street, past the Toucan Guinness Bar on the left. There it is, see it? Comply Soho Square, leave Soho Square by Frith Street, and then I'll sit down on the right.
And that's your lot. 15 jobs. Last job at Charing Cross Station to Ronnie Scott's, the famous Ronnie Scott's, where guess who's playing there tonight? Curtis Steiger. There you go. That's your lot, folks. 15 jobs for today. That really helped me out, the tube and train strike. And we've got more chaos for the rest of the week, which will keep me busy, no doubt. Leave all your comments down below, your guesses for Guess the Fair. Hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you back here.